큰 경기장이잖아요. 한국에서도 되게 유명한 경기장이잖아요. 해외에서도 좀 그렇고.
OMG and Star One Royal Club in an all-China clash.
皇族俱乐部都感觉是我们的宿敌一样的吧，就经常在关键的比赛中就把我们给干掉了。
我觉得我们跟 OMG 打这次胜面还算挺大的，因为我们最近的心态都调整的挺好。
我觉得你们皇族的话，只要我们5个人都努力，然后用心吧，我觉得皇族还是能扳回来的。
And welcome to Seoul, South Korea, where the 2014 League of Legends World Championship continues. Today marks the second day of the semi-finals as the remaining 2 teams will battle on our stage to determine who will face Samsung White in the finals at the Sangam World Cup Stadium on October 19th. We're inside the Olympic Gymnastics Arena where moments ago, Starhorn Royal Club entered the venue, getting themselves ready to do battle with OMG, who themselves getting sorted out and having some snacks in the ready room before they take the stage for another important best of 5. Welcome, guys. I am Trevor Quickshot Henry, and joining me at the analyst desk for this best of 5 series is once again the evil geniuses Mitch, Crepo Force Bulls, Counter Logic Gaming's Yiliang, Double Lift Ping, On Game Net Caster, Christopher Monte Cristo Michaels, and of course, running out the table, David Freak Turley from the North American LCS. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. And this year's Worlds is a truly global experience, as we've got 24 live broadcast partners bringing the excitement directly to you in over 16 different languages. That's our broadcast team working extremely hard behind the scenes. The LPL team is here providing coverage for the Chinese audience, rock on, along with the OGN casters broadcasting the matches for the home crowd here in Korea. Then, of course, our very own Kobe, D-Man, and Joe, who will be casting today's series for us. Shox will also be on the ground talking to the players firsthand, and right now she's standing by OMG's coach, so let's check in with her.
Thank you very much. I'm indeed joined here by OMG's coach, TT. And the first thing I'd like to ask is, what do you think prompted that huge change in level of play from your team between the group stage and the quarterfinals?
今天我们迎来的是 OMG 的教练 TT， 所以第一个问题想问一下，你觉得是什么让 OMG 在小组赛的表现和从进入8进4到半决赛的表现截然不同？
我觉得应该是我们在国内的时候，我们训练的队伍可能都是一些我们国内2线的队伍，所以说在训练中我们就得不到很多的提高。但是到了S4之后，我们遇到了很多很强的队伍 ，White、Blue、Cloud9、Alliance 这些队伍，我们和他们练了很多，所以从他们身上学到了很多，所以我们进步飞快，然后就到了现在。
So when we were in China, when we had the practice with other teams, those are more like second tier or LSPL teams, and it's really hard for us to literally level up. After we came to the 2014 World Championships, we practiced a lot with international teams, including Cloud9, Samsung White, Alliance, etc. So I think our learning curve is becoming very steep, and we level up a lot.
Yeah, absolutely, and that makes it you're now in the semifinals. I saw you guys were here yesterday watching the Samsung White versus Blue game. How did you keep your team from maybe focusing too much on what a possible future opponent could do when they have such an important game here today?
你们昨天也在现场看了半决赛的比赛，也看了三星白战胜三星蓝。然后在今天的比赛中，你觉得你怎么让队员从过多集中在以后的比赛，转换到更集中在今天这场更加重要的比赛上？
就是我们队伍有习惯，就是在别人比赛的时候，我们都会去观看。然后其实对我自己也是，我觉得看别人的比赛，能从别人身上的闪光点学到很多东西。所以包括在和纳金秀的对战之前，我们看了EDG 和 Royan Club 的那个比赛，然后看了他们的比赛，我觉得对我们第二天的比赛也有了很多的帮助。所以其实昨天看比赛，我觉得我们不会去注重三星 White 有多强或者什么的，我们只看他们有哪些比较亮点的地方，值得我们学习的地方。
So it's more like our team's tradition or habit to watch other teams playing as well. Even before we play with Najin Shield, we also watch the game of EDG versus Royal. So from our opinion, during the game we watched yesterday, we won't focus too much about how strong Samsung White is. Instead, we will focus on what we can learn from them, what we can further level up about our own skills.
Well, you mentioned it as well. Starhorn Royal Club, that is your opponent here today. Great history between you guys, and Uzi is absolutely on form. What are your chances to beat them here?
你刚才也提到了皇族，然后今天你们就要跟皇族正式对阵。我们也知道小狗现在状态也比较好，你觉得你们有多大的几率能够战胜他们呢？
我觉得我对我的队员都是充满信心的，我相信他们能够发挥出他们最好的水平吧。我觉得这就够了。我觉得我们都相信我们能赢。
I am pretty confident with all the OMG players, and I believe they will present all their best performance here on the stage. That's enough. And from my perspective, I'm confident that we will win.
All right, well, thank you very much. Good luck in that fantastic matchup. And as for us, we're going to head back over to the desk.
Thank you very much, Shocks. Great hearing from OMG saying they leveled up a lot at Worlds. We'll see how good they can be. Before we get to today's series, let's turn to yesterday's action and semi-final series where our first finals team of the World Championship was decided. Gentlemen, Samsung White had a convincing win yesterday. What stands out in your minds in that victory over Samsung Blue?
I was just really impressed with how well White was playing both on an individual level as well as team play. There was almost zero hesitation in their play. But then if you look at across, Blue just didn't really show up. I mean, it left a sour taste in my mouth to see like the Blue of old and then the Blue that showed up yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. But for me, Mata gets a little bit too little credit in my opinion. He influences the map so well.
Best support in the world?
The best support in the world, like we've been saying, but nobody talks about him really. He's always 1 or 2 steps ahead of the enemy support. He's always there faster. He's always setting up vision faster, and that's why White is able to make all these plays safely.
Yeah, but beyond those just kind of individual players, I was also impressed by the number of new picks that White was able to kind of unleash and do really well with. Of course, Dandy's Rengar making its first appearance at Worlds. Now, we know it's great from when he plays in the Korean scene, but Looper, man, this is a guy who's known for his teleport play and for playing tanky top laners, and to see him bust out a Kassadin and an Akali in a semifinal match, he's really diversified his playstyle, and it's very exciting to watch.
Yeah, I kind of had the same ideas that both Crepo and Monte Cristo had here. Looper had a 52 KDA in that best of 5. I've like literally never seen that kind of a scoreline. Only 52.
Only
Double
52.
Lift. Do you even have 52 kills like throughout playoffs? Like this guy was incredible, absolutely. And I agree with you, Crepo here. I felt like Samsung Blue underplayed a little bit. Acorn was 1, 17, and 4. In that best of 5, like complete inverse of Looper here, and it broke my heart a little bit to see that series.
Well, Samsung White definitely looking fantastic going into the finals. But before we head into today's game, let's take a quick look at that very nearly complete championship bracket. As we've already highlighted, Samsung White will move on to the World Finals, and today we will find out who their opponent will be when Starhorn Royal Club and OMG face off. The winner of today's best of 5 will join Samsung White in our final series of the 2014 World Championship on October 19th at the Sangam World Cup Stadium. I'm very much looking forward to that one. And for more information about the players and teams, head to lolesports.com where you can find stats, features, VODs of the games, and much more. And while you're there, you can let us know who you think will win the series by clicking on the schedule link and just clicking the thumbs up. You can also visit watch.lolesports.com and enjoy the games in the language of your choice, along with real-time stats and tweets from pro players. We'd also like your input here on the analyst desk, because we love hearing from you guys. And today we want to know which player matchup could be the deciding factor in this series and why. Well, we want to find out where your focus will be in these matches, so send your responses to us at LOL Esports. Use the hashtag Worlds. We'll read and discuss some of them on air later in the show. So let's turn our attentions to the game, guys, as we head into game number 1 of this all-China clash between Starhorn Royal Club and OMG. The teams are on stage getting set up, and let's take a quick look at the journey that brought both of these teams to the semifinals.
And if it's anything like this video, the next series is going to be a bloodbath. And I really like the OGN style this video was made in, because I sometimes still go back to the 2012 promo video they made for us for when we actually made finals against Frost. And it's just like this fast cut, like pasting of the video.
Just had to throw that out there that you made finals against Frost. Self-plug.
Last playoff he's been in.
What happened to CLG in that tournament?
Well, let's play nice. Let's play nice and get focused. Guys, we are into the semi-final. Let's talk history for a second. Royal Club knocked OMG out of the quarterfinals at last year's World Championship. The roster was different, with only Uzi returning this year. However, this does mark the first time in League of Legends history that a team has made back-to-back semi-finals at the World Championship. A win for Royal Club would make that back-to-back World Finals. Let's bring things a little closer to home and the events of the 2014 Worlds. Both of these teams looked incredible in the quarterfinals. They both stepped up dramatically. Let's start with Royal Club. They were led by their, ADC superstar Uzi and Doublelift. Talk to me about the squad and Uzi in particular.
Yeah, this guy has insane star power. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a single player, maybe a faker, who can just single-handedly carry a game and turn it around, especially when they're losing. A lot of these times, a Royal Club is not in a great position. They're like on the retreat or something like that, and then you'll see Uzi, oh, he gets a quad kill, and then the game is just completely turned on its head.
And what's crazy about that is it's not even traditionally how Royal Club even wins their games. I look back at all their playoff games against OMG, and it's actually more about the mid lane matchup of Corn versus Cool. Problem is both those mid laners are underperforming now, and so Royal Club are like, well, we're going to key off of Uzi now, and he's just doing fine.
Yeah, Uzi's really getting a team on fire. On the other side of the rift, it is OMG. They swept the Korean squad, Najee and White Shield, 3-0 in the quarterfinals. Krepo, I know you get a little excited when we talk about going, so share some more insights.
Krepo gets rated R when he talks about going.
I'll try to tone it down here, boys. I just want to highlight how smart of a player he is. His target switching has been one of the best, if not the best, in the tournament. When he sees a target drop low enough for his teammates to kill, he'll just switch over to the next one, crowd control that, and his flanks were really good. Always finds a way to either leave his top lane early in the game and come out in mid, or just flank the enemy team, and I think that's going to be really good because they'll need to catch Uzi.
Yeah, and I mean, you have to talk about Kola in this matchup as well, who has had a bit of a shaky tournament, and I really haven't been that impressed by Kola coming in here. He's only played 3 champions, which are Aurelia, Rumble, and Rise, and these are going to be pretty contested picks, or a couple of them, from Going as well. So when you have your top laner playing these carry champions against probably the best carry top in this tournament in Going, you run a little bit of a risk there. And also when we talk about the positioning, Uzi, you know, he really plays with fire a lot of the time. He really pushes the boundaries of where he can be positioned. And a couple times in that series against EDG, I feel like if Koro was more fed or more farmed, that he could have actually gotten kills on Uzi. And Uzi has to be really careful because Going will be probably a monster in this series. So Uzi's going to have to dial that aggression back a little bit, I think.
I think it's actually really likely here. And again, it's like beating a dead horse, but over and over again, history doesn't repeat what's happening here at Worlds. Kola's traditionally doing just fine on the top lane against Going back in China. Here, that's not the case. He's underperforming, and yes, Going is stepping up. But also, talking about stepping up, though, I want to talk about OMG and their bottom lane here, because Cloud came in, and Cloud actually has been consistently great, both historically and here. When OMG played with Cloud, they were 16-5 in the regular season of the LPL. When they were not playing with Cloud, they were 1-6 in the regular season of the LPL. There's a very big difference here. And the funny thing is, it's not even the laning phase that's so different. Even Dada 777 was doing well in lane, even against Starhorn Royal Club, even in the regionals. The difference being, though, that the rest of the game is so incredibly different. The mid game is so much better with Cloud in it, and OMG transition their game really well.
Well, at the same time, at the opposing side rather of Cloud, you have Zero coming in, and that he's been playing such a good job in terms of peeling. Actually, both of these people have been playing so much Janna, whether I wonder, will people start finally targeting Janna? Because we ran the stats, and I think both Janna combined with Thresh, there's only been 4 games where neither have been picked or banned. So Janna and Thresh keep showing up, and I wonder when these teams are going to make the switch to, instead of target banning one of them, either do both or none, because Janna has an insane win rate this tournament so far.
Yeah, that could be a really determining factor in picks and bans, because I really wasn't impressed with Zero's Thresh even when he was in Korea as well. But on the other hand, we know that Cloud has a very good Thresh from his play in the LPL.
Well, we'll have to see which picks come out. I want to pick your brains and see who you're voting for. OMG, they used to be cursed with a bad bottom lane. They seem to have revitalized in the quarterfinals with Cloud coming in. Freak ran the numbers. You see how good it is. Is it enough to beat Starhorn Royal Club and be the sole representative of China in the finals? Crepo, who is your victor and why?
I think it will be enough. I think OMG is going to take this series 3-2, but it'll be a very close one. It's undeniable that Uzi will just find a way to break open 1 or 2 of these games, but I don't think 3.
Double, if we haven't heard from you for a while, who's your winner and why?
I'm going with Royal Club 3-2. Honestly, I think OMG's a little bit over hyped because they 3-0'd Najin Shield. I thought they just kind of got a free pass into semis, to be honest, because Najin was playing so badly. And when people say Sand and Cloud kind of revitalized the team with that change, honestly, they're both really passive, and I don't think they stand a chance against Uzi.
See, for me, EDG was very underwhelming, and even then they could take Starhorn Royal Club to 5 games. So, you know, I think that OMG just has a lot more dimension, so heck yeah, I'm going OMG 3-2 in this series.
I am also going to go OMG, and I think it will be a not very close matchup. I think they can squeak a game. 3-1 is my prediction here. The one guy we're not talking about leveling, he's actually 3rd place behind Dandy and Spirit in enemy buff control, so he's been jungling amazing. Insects like bottom 4. Kola's bottom 4 in CS at 10. Going's top 3. This, by the way, the entire World Championship of 16 players. OMG are pretty much better down the line, aside from the Uzi hard carry doublelift. So I think this is a pretty cut-dry OMG win.
Well, we'll come back to doublelift a little later if Royal Club do start putting up strong performances. Let's see how their responses measure up with you guys at home. According to LOLesports.com, the fans believe in Starhorn Royal Club, not by a very large margin nonetheless, but you are mostly siding with doublelift.
Thank you.
So before we head to the caster desk to get the first game started, Starhorn Royal Club and OMG talk about their strategies and their opponents coming into this matchup.
我们队伍在UGI 上真的吃过很多苦头吧，然后这次的话，我想我们一定能让他就没那么舒服的。
和 OMG 打的话，主要是针对他们的上单嘛， 我们都知道他们的上单是非常强的，然后我们的上单用的英雄也刚好和他们一样，所以说一定会针对他们的上单，那样会比较好打。
个人来说的话，肯定很想赢回皇族，因为去年在S3总决赛上面输的比较惨，就是也有一些遗憾。那今年的话，希望能把这个遗憾给补回来。
就是这样让他们打回去。说实话，还是有一点点经验，就不会那么轻敌什么的。
我觉得今年和去年相比，今年我们会更加强大，我们会用我们自己练习过的一些适合我们自己的战术去迎接这次挑战。